Hello Internet, welcome back to our Magiclysm series. That's right, we're in a spider basement. I did take a break between episodes to eat some dinner. I had some chicken pot pie for dinner. We have the machete out. We want to shoot them if we're able. But once they close gap with us, we want to go to our machete because it's so much easier than trying to aim. You have an exclamation point. Do you see me or not? You don't seem to see me. I'm worried if we go to the rifle, they're going to be able to close ground with us too quickly. So what we're going to do, Black Widow, huh? Do you have poison or no? We're just going to try to machete it down. Should have cleared our inventory first to reduce our torso encumbrance. They are very difficult to hit, mostly because they have very high dodge, the spiders. Which is funny because I'm pretty sure their description says that they are freaking enormous. Man, these webs are everywhere. Let's have a look at you. Mutated Black Widow, a highly venomous nightmare come to life. I thought it referenced their size. I guess it doesn't. We're just going to melee them. And we're going to haul the corpses over and we're going to dissect them all at once. Because again, in a previous episode, it seemed like when we stacked corpses, it reduced the amount of time that it actually took to butcher them, which is not how it should be, but we're going to take advantage of that because that seems like a very basic exploit that I'm perfectly fine taking advantage of. I did not know that you could harvest Purifier and Mutagen down here, or else I would clear these much more frequently. Someone also told me that there can be very, very, very valuable items in spider basements. So that is news to me. So we're going to take a look around. Oh, there are things hidden in the webs. That sucks, because we're going to have to clear all the webs in order to see the items hidden in here. That's not great. We're going to hoof it through these, I guess, just to break them up. It is empty. Okay, so where would we find these items that people spoke of? Presumably in the webs, right? We're not finding anything, though. Maybe that book wasn't hidden, and oh yeah, because here's a soda can. Okay, so we're just going to clear out all the webs. This is not how I expected this episode to go. Yeah, had some chicken pot pie for dinner. Where I'm from, chicken pot pie is basically not soup, but it's like chicken bow tie pasta. Usually, I guess, like cream is in it, probably. I feel very Fleming. I imagine it had something with a high fat content in it. Harvest the sack. Spiderling bursts from the egg. Okay, kill that thing. We'll try to eat this as well. I don't know if that even really gives meat or not. What is that? Spider egg. Oh, did it drop them at our feet before? Oh, it dropped them on the pile? No, it's just a ruptured egg sac. Nothing to pick up. Okay, I'm a little confused, but that's okay. We'll haul this corpse as well. Just so we will try to butcher it. I don't know if we'll actually get meat out of the little one or not. Someone told me like you could find laser cannons and stuff in here. Yeah, but so it's like pot pie, but it's not really pot pie. Like most people hear pot pie and they think of like an actual pie with crust and then filling. I actually hate dough in pie crust, that kind of thing. So I prefer this kind of pasta. It's basically just pasta and chicken, shredded chicken. And then of course, you know, you put a little ketchup on it because where I'm from, we don't really cook. We just boil things. So I'm really the only one in the house who tries, you know, proper cooking, like real cooking. Sewer snake corpse. So there were only 2 spiders in this basement, and there weren't cool extra stuff like people said there were. Maybe we were just unlucky. Let's butcher everything. Cannot see. Flip on our beautiful cranial flashlight. I love this flashlight, man. It's by far the CBM we're using the most, and it seems really, really good. I have completely forgotten the butcher key. Oh, capital B, of course. What a damn fool I am. Okay, so what did we get out of the little one? Let's look at the menu, or the log. Which, spiderling. So we did get chunks of meat out of the spiderling. Fat chunks of meat. Chitin, we'll take more chitin. Why are these separate? I don't know why they're separate. Take the sinew as well. So that's nice. Boosted our food stores a little bit more. I would have preferred there to be more spiders, I think, to be honest. Just because it would have been nice to get an even heftier supply of meat. Why can't we? No, I don't want to tear. I want to open. There we go. And we need to clear this area so that we can start harvesting solar panels from that that vehicle. We're going to dump our meat and perishables in the freezer. Eggs as well, I guess, because they will go bad. And we'll dump the rest of this stuff on our unsorted pile. Found some purifier down there. That's interesting. We haven't taken any more mutagen because I don't want to lose the bark mutation. Basically, I'm afraid if we take the mutagen, we will get bad mutations and then have to purify. Where's our mutagen pile? Maybe if we found, if we had mutagen in a particular type, that would appeal to me. Where the hell is our mutagen? Let's look at our slots. Mutagen, 1 to the west. Okay. Nope, that's the wrong button. In our medicine pile. Okay. Well, we have beast, bird, feline, fish, insect, lupine, basic mutagen, rat, slime, and spider. We found several spider mutagens. Do we only have one left? I could swear we had 3 or 4 spider mutagens. We have a lot of fish. We have a couple beast. And everything else in large numbers is basically just random crap. I never take slime either. You know what? We're going to take a spider mutagen. Spider. You need a syringe. I have 1,000,000 of those. Grab a syringe. We will take a spider mutagen. Spider. Freshness spoils in. We'll take it. Who cares? Something hurts. That means we got bad mutations, I think. Bark turns into feloderm. You lose feloderm. We gain rough skin. We gain chitinous skin. We get head bumps. Well, we lost bark, which pisses me off. What did we get? Chitinous skin. Turn into a thin, flexible layer of chitin. Minor protection from cutting wounds. Slightly reduces wet effects. I mean, it seems to have the same basic effect that bark had, right? We'll take one more while we're here. Mutagen. Oh, no. Search for serum. What do we want to take? Beast, bird, feline, fish, insect, lupine, rat, slime. I never take slime. I feel like slime probably has a lot of bad ones. Rat can make you small, which is not good, if I remember right. Lupine seems like it might be interesting. Insect, we already took a spider. Maybe we want to take an insect. I imagine they share a lot of mutations. Bird, I don't know what you would get. Maybe like hollow bones or something that would make you more damageable. Feline, fish. I can't think of what fish would give us that we would want. Like probably gills and stuff, but like who cares? We never go in the water anyway. Beast can make us huge, I think. Why don't we take slime? I never take slime. Ignore. What do we get? Poison resistant, weak stomach is bad. You gain him. That stuff takes you back, downright primordial. Poison resistant, light bones sounds really bad as well. Let's look. No, this is not the menu I want. Character menu. Light bones. I did say we would check our character name in the last episode, and I didn't. Our name is Frankie McNeil. Light bones. Bones are very light. This enables you to move and attack 10% faster, but also reduces your carrying weight by 20%, make bashing attacks hurt more. Why is that green? That sounds awful. 10% increase in attack speed is not worth 20% reduction in weight. I mean, weight's not super relevant. It doesn't come up that much. But being hurt more by bash attacks sounds awful. Why would that be a good thing? And poison resistant, I mean, we really don't have many creatures that give us poison. And then you're more likely to throw up from food poisoning, alcohol, etc. That's bad. I'm pretty sure if we consume like 1 alcohol, we'll start vomiting. Why don't we test this? We'll drink 1 alcohol. You feel lightheaded? I don't know. Are we going to throw up? I don't know how that works exactly. Do we want to take more mutagen? I don't think so. I kind of hate mutagen in this game. I know I say that every time we mutate or anything, but it's still true. Moderate amount of pain as well. Why don't we take, I don't know, take some codeine. We have a lot of codeine, I think. 46 codeine. We'll take 2 codeine. That should take care of it. We also drank some, so that should help. Depressants, quite high, actually. Not great. Yeah, we want to continue clearing this area because we're going to want to work on this solar vehicle, and we can't really do that. Like, we could do that right now, but because we haven't cleared the area, we would be a beacon for lots of enemies to come get us. So why don't we take a look at this pool? Last pool that we saw indoors had a roof, but it didn't have anything on it. We could go up there just to check if they have a solar panel. I don't think we're going to want anything out of the locker rooms. I don't think there's anything in here. That would be very interesting. Yeah. Very phlegmy now because of the chicken pot pie. Really did a number on my throat. We still have the machete out. This is a graveyard? No, this is a park, right? There's a farm up there we're going to investigate eventually. Let's just melee you because we're already here. But we're going to keep an eye out because we don't want to get overwhelmed by enemies. I guess we just keep clearing the street here. Another basement, very good. Weird kitchen. Really hate when I see kitchens like this because they just don't make sense. There's a shocker out there. We should probably kill and butcher him immediately. Sig, store an inventory. We'll go ahead and shoot this boy before he gets... You know, because they do have upgrades now, you never really know when they might start upgrading, you know. So clear them out while you can. Plus, again, we're trying to clear the density right here, so we're fine if they come to us a little bit, as long as it's not too big of a horde. Yeah, pot pie for dinner. I also took a break to watch some newsy type stuff. Philip DeFranco news stuff. And some other things. And it's like, I'm getting real sick of hearing about this impeachment proceeding. So, I'm going to give you my opinion on it. I don't know if you want it or not. Ignore. Oh, you're right there? Yeah, stop hauling. Kill this thing first. We're going to haul it between the buildings to butcher it. In fact, let's just pull the corpse. We don't actually want all this stuff. Pull that out. We're going to pull it over here where we can kind of... Yes. Interesting that it didn't prompt me until it was literally right next to me. Obviously, it came from somewhere. So we're going to try to shoot this thing before it bites us. Great. We're going to continue hauling. More of you, huh? It's not prompting me as I'm hauling because they all approached without prompting me for hauling. I don't know. Seems like every time I don't want it to prompt me, it prompts me pretty much endlessly. But when I do want it to prompt, it doesn't actually do anything. So, not really sure. We're just going to keep an eye out as we move over here. And the reason we're doing this, again, is to turn on the flashlight so that we're sheltered a little bit by the building and it's not going to illuminate a huge area. Like if we were over here doing it, anything that could see us in any direction would be able to come to us. Over here, it pretty much has to be in line with us in order to spot us. So we're going to go ahead and dissect the shocker. We'll probably get another battery system. Dissect the corpse with a sophisticated system of surgical-grade scalpels. That's right, boy. We got that nice CBM. We did get another battery. Let's turn off the cranial flashlight. I think I accidentally activated something. No. Okay. And we'll go back to clearing these houses. Yeah, like the impeachment thing, I'm going to give you my opinion. So if you're not into politics, I'm sorry. But I'm not like, you know, I don't have really strong feelings one way or the other. Basically, I feel like, one, nobody should be excited to impeach a U.S. president. I think it should be a dark day in American history. You shot me. Thorny Shambler shoots a dart, but it bounces off your armor. We've not actually fought the Thorny Shamblers before. I don't think. Man, you take a lot of hits, though. Good for you. I remember when they were added, I read about them, but I don't remember what they do at all. Apparently they shoot darts, which maybe mutate you. I'm not sure. The only darts I know of in the game mutate you, so... Yeah, I feel like that should be a dark day in American history where we should all be embarrassed if it gets to the point where we're impeaching a president. It shouldn't be something that people are like clamoring for. It should be something that, you know, we approach with displeasure. It shouldn't be something that people are thrilled about. And I've seen a lot of people who are very thrilled with the idea of him being impeached. So I think that that's kind of wrong. I don't think that we should be proud of that. This should be a dark day in American history. Because it's an embarrassment. Like on a global scale, we are basically saying that we failed. We allowed someone into power that should not have been allowed into power, and it should be an embarrassment. Like we should be ashamed of that. So when I see people talking about how, oh, impeach him, you know, he's a monster, get rid of him, I hear what you're saying, But at the same time, I think you should be ashamed that that's what you want. We should be striving to make it to the next election and allow the American public to make that decision. Now, of course, the American public doesn't get to make that decision because your vote doesn't really matter with the Electoral College and all that bullshit. But that's what it is, you know. We're going to go back to the machete. We're going to clear out another spider basement. Pretty great. Going to get more meat. Oh, lots of boys this time. Let's see if we can get the sig back out. Okay, you closed gap with me in the time it took me to pull my sig out. We'll go back to the machete, and we'll just melee them. I just would like to shoot as many as possible. It would save us from trying to bump attack. Trying to shoot them while they're attacking us, which is very difficult. We did kill one. Okay. And on the other hand, I look at what Trump has done, which is to request another country's aid against his political rivals. And I think that that's despicable. And I think that that's a horrible thing. And that should not be allowed. And it should not be something that someone in the position of the U.S. president thinks is okay. It's not okay to ask for interference in an election like that. So on the one hand, I do believe that what was done is something that is an impeachable offense. It's certainly a shameful thing for him to do. But at the same time, I don't want my president impeached because, again, it's not a good situation. It's bad for everybody if the president gets impeached. So I'm a centrist. I know that. I know a lot of people have very strong feelings about that. I don't. I'm very much a middle ground person. I do believe it's an impeachable offense. I do believe that it's wrong of him to ask those things. And I see people on both sides. I see people on, Twitter and on the internet saying that Trump can do no wrong. And I see people saying that everything he does is wrong. And neither of those is appropriate, in my opinion. It's the middle. It's not one side or the other. And what really bothers me is that if the president were Obama, it would be a lot different. Like, Republicans are standing by the president and saying, oh, he hasn't done anything wrong. It's fine to ask for this little bit of help. It's for corruption. It's not an exchange of goods and services. This is just one president asking for another to clear up corruption. It's like, yeah, you can say that all you want, but if Obama did this, they would be down his throat screaming about how he's a monster and needs to be impeached. But because it's Trump, nobody says that. They're all like, oh, well, he's the president. He can ask that. I mean, that's not wrong to ask that. And so it really bothers me at how hypocritical politicians are. It really bothers me that my vote doesn't count. It really bothers me that the Electoral College, gets to make those decisions. It bothers me. Both Republicans and Democrats do that. Bernie Sanders won the popular vote in most places, but it ended up being Hillary Clinton. And why? Not because they had their constituents' interests at their best heart, in mind. They were pressing their agenda of they wanted to get Hillary Clinton elected. And so it's like, do away with the Electoral College. I don't understand why that's still a part of American history. People say that it's, to give rural states more impact in the elections and to make sure that their rights are represented. I don't actually believe that that's the case. I believe it's people trying to hold on to power because the Republicans know that the rural area is really the only area that they get a lot of support. And I don't believe that it actually is proper. The Electoral College, if you give more votes to states just because they're rural or whatever, you're not actually representing the country's best interests at that point. You're representing the interests of a small community over the large community. Yes, it might more equally represent Montana's views on the world or whatever, but why does that matter when the majority of people don't live in Montana? So why should Montana's votes matter more? You understand what I'm saying? It just really bothers me. I really hate the Electoral College. I think it's one of the worst parts of American government. It's a holdover from old times when there were slave states and things like that. I just don't believe it has a place in modern America. Similarly, I don't really support the I lost my train of thought. Completely lost what I was going to say. Electoral College. Gerrymandering is one of the most ridiculous things in U.S. government as well. Should be illegal. Both the Republicans and the Democrats do that. No matter what side you're on, they gerrymander, and they do it to basically change who has the most value who gets the most say in our elections, and that's despicable. It should just be a popular vote, in my opinion. I don't understand why you get to draw up maps and redistrict things to benefit your candidate. You're obviously not representing the will of the people when you're manipulating the vote like that. So I think it's disgusting. I think American politics are in a bad position overall. Again, not really super happy about the impeachment stuff either. I don't like Donald Trump. I do think that asking for foreign intervention is wrong. But, yeah, I just don't think people should be as tickled pink about it as they are. I think should be a dark day in America, and people are treating it like it's a freaking free-for-all where we get to scream at each other and tell each other that we're monsters. Why can't you just be human beings? Like, I know that that's crazy because politics, often is not very humane. It's not very respectful, but I'm just getting tired of it, and if I'm getting tired of it, I imagine most of America is as well. It just bothers me. People are such staunch reporters, like staunch supporters of whatever their party is. It's like if you don't like Trump, you freaking hate Trump, and nothing he does is ever going to be right. But if you like Trump, it's like it's the exact opposite. No matter what he does, you're supporting him. That's not how human beings should work. You should be a human being who formulates new opinions on a regular basis. You should not be so diehard that you will support one side or the other, even if they're doing the wrong thing. It really bothers me how partied up America is. Like, I'm very much a middle ground individual. I believe in rational thought and making decisions based on evidence and things like that. And it seems like in a lot of cases when I hear people talk about these situations, it's more like they just want whatever they want, and they don't care about new arguments. They don't care about new evidence. They don't care about things changing. They just want whatever they already want. And it's not healthy. It's not good for you. You're a human being. You're a culmination of your thoughts, feelings, and experiences, and America is no different. We are a culmination of every event we have ever had happen to us, and we need to learn and grow instead of being diehard cut into whatever we were supporting originally. We need to be open to change, and nobody is. So we're going to continue clearing these out. We did find a map. I don't really know. We're not finding any other really cool stuff. Obviously, we have a lot of corpses to butcher, which is really good because we're going to get so much meat out of these. Why don't we drop this baby off? Wasn't there one more down here? I guess not. I think we've pretty well cleared the webs out as well. I don't know where there would be more stuff hiding. So I think we've fully cleared this at this point, and we're going to butcher these corpses. We will turn on our cranial flashlight. Yeah, so I didn't mean to get super political, but that is my opinion. We're hearing a lot about Trump right now, about impeachment, and I think bloated zombie, where would that have come from? And it really pisses me off because now it's going to blow up, and it's going to take forever for that to dissipate. Turn off the flashlight. Where the hell did that zombie come from? We're going to wait 30 minutes to try and dissipate that cloud of whatever. I think we're good. And we'll go back to butchering. Really, really irritating. Can't see. Turn on the flashlight. Butcher everything. Quick butcher. Yeah, I don't know where that zombie came from. It's frustrating. I hear about it every day. I listen to podcasts every day when I go to work about the news and about politics and about the state of America. I keep a close eye on what's going on in America, and then I try to keep an eye on what's going on in the world at large, but that's a lot harder just because, fun fact, the world is a big place. We're going to grab, we got a lot of meat. We're going to grab 100 of this meat. Still too much. We're going to grab 90 of this meat, and we're going to head back to we're going to turn the flashlight off. We're going to head back to our vehicle and drop this stuff off. Really good. We got tons and tons of meat out of that. That's so good. We're going to head back to our vehicle. We are running out of stamina because we're carrying a heavy load. Thanks to our light bones. We'll wait until we catch our breath and make the rest of the trip. Drop this off. No, we're going to drop this in the fridge. Hopefully it can hold all this meat and spider eggs and chunks of fat. And sure, we'll throw a zucchini in there. What is the volume of this? 75 liters. We are actually approaching full capacity of that, so we might want to back off on harvesting more meat for the time being. We can drop everything else. We're going to hang on to this map so I don't forget we have it. Metal file set, syringe. And why don't we turn on our flashlight and we'll read the map right now. Survivor's map will reveal, you know, I don't know, supply points, so maybe gun shops and things. Looks like, yeah, looks like a gun shop was revealed over here. Probably the police station, things like that. What are these? Military surplus, awesome. Revealed those as well. You'll see most of these towns. So if we see a town without any buildings being revealed, it's most likely just houses in that area. So what is this? Animal shelter? Okay, maybe that's from the survivor map. You know, as a place to possibly find medications and things. Like, yeah, you'll see it didn't reveal anything here. It's probably just houses and ponds and things. Same here, probably a little crap town. Okay, we're going to head back immediately to gather up that meat before I forget about it. Unfortunately, we're coming up on the end of the episode, but we will try to do that before we polish off the episode. Yeah, I don't mean to talk about politics. It's just something I keep an eye on. I do think about a lot. And again, world politics is a little harder. I do listen to the BBC radio stuff sometimes, but oh, this is not the right basement. This is the other basement that we cleared with spiders in it. So we want to continue heading north here. There's a little picnic area. Okay, I mean, that's fine. Not very interesting to me, really. Head back down, and we're going to gather, hopefully, the remains of this meat. And the fat we'll take as well. We really should be doing something with the fat. We should be making cracklins and then eating them here and there. Just to balance out our health, the health hit that they're going to give, because they do give a lot of calories, and we have all this fat that we're not doing anything with. Can't carry all the chitin. I mean, we really don't need more chitin at this point. We have a lot of chitin, and same with sinew, thousands of sinew. Yeah, I don't think we want that. We'll dump. Let's go 15 fat, and then we'll pick up some chitin, just to have some extra chitin. I think that'll do. We mostly just wanted the meat, of course, from this. Why don't we finish clearing this house while we're here? I see you up there, zombie. Chewing tobacco, not at all useful to me. So head back to the vehicle, and then we'll call the episode there. And we'll continue clearing this area in the next one. Drop things off. Yeah, freezer's getting a little full. I didn't think it would. I thought it would hold more than this. But it's okay that it's not. We don't need scraps of meat. I don't know why I picked that up. Chunks of fat. We will drop the scraps of meat out here. Everything else can go in the unsorted pile. Drop, 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 drop. Seems fine. Why don't we reload our SIG while we're here? Should be good. Really don't need to carry the drum mag on us, but it doesn't hurt to have a backup. It'd be really nice if we could store this in one of our like torso items, so we don't have it open in the inventory like that. 8.53 liters currently. Yeah, we're carrying. What is so voluminous? The pickaxe, I guess, is the main thing. But yeah, that's gonna do it. So for now, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, maybe consider liking, commenting, or subscribing. And I, of course, will be back with more Cataclysm every single day of the week. And I will see you in the next episode.